Hi guys, sorry I've been away for so long. College has got me so swamped, it's unbelievable. But I want to talk to you today about mental health. So let's talk about mental health. Now, mental health is like a very broad subject, but I have been online and I have been able to find a definition of mental illness. It is, I ain't even going to try and blag that I know this, is a condition which causes serious disorder in a person's behaviour or thinking. It impacts the mood and feelings, and sometimes you have the inability to function on a daily basis. Now, that's the definition I found. It doesn't mean that that's it for every case, but most cases you fit into one of those three criteria. Now, talking about like the symptoms and stuff like that, there are some warning signs of a possible mental health illness. Now, it's not the same for everyone because there are over 200 classified forms of mental illness. That comes from depression, schizophrenia, anxiety, PTSD, can't think of any more at the moment. But some of the sort of warning signs for it are your changes in mood, your personality, your personal habits change a lot. You have some social withdrawal as well, like you don't want to go out as much. Now, people have this common misconception that mental health isn't around and it's not that common because people don't talk about it a lot. But actually, mental health affects 1 in 5 people. Yeah. I can only talk to you. I can try and talk to you from the depression and anxiety point of view because that's what I have the most experience in. But there are lots of treatment for depression and anxiety. Self-help helps a lot. Sounded weird, self-help helps. But yeah, formulating a routine or anything like that. Exercise as well. We all hate it, but it's good for us. I find that washing up helps me a lot. Like if I see dirty dishes and then clean dishes, that just helps me. It brightens my mood, it makes me better, and it helps. Counselling helps a lot. I know that in the UK you have counselling attached to your school or college, so go to them and I'm sure that they can, like if they don't have them, your school can refer you on to someone that does. CBT, I haven't tried, but it's cognitive behavioural therapy, there we go, which focuses on the input, the process and the output. So especially when it comes to anxiety, with social anxiety, if you think that someone's looking at you all the time, CBT helps to recognise that they might not be looking at you and you process it differently and then you cope with the situation a lot better. Medication, I haven't taken it, I've never experienced it, but it acts as a sort of like a vessel to increase the neurotransmitters in your brain. I'm not going to bore you with the science behind it, but it helps balance the serotonin and the noradrenaline because those are the two chemicals which are linked to depression and some forms of anxiety. Right. Here's a topic that always makes me laugh. Depression or the blues? Some people think that they're really sad and that means that they're depressed. I don't know what just happened to my voice. But yeah, some symptoms of depression are fatigue, worthlessness, death, thoughts, suicidal thoughts, weight gain and weight loss. It normally works as a 5% each month. So if you lose or gain 5% on top, I don't know how to explain. It's too much. Right. No pleasure in activities, so the thing that you're really passionate about that you don't have pleasure in it anymore. And yeah, those are some common things. Now there are ways to battle it, as I've told you before, but one of those paths is medication. Now don't get hasty in thinking that medication's the ultimate answer, because it isn't. But I'm just going to give you some facts and figures on antidepressants. Now they're not always used for depression. Like, no, they're not just depression. They are used for OCD, PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder, chronic pain, anxiety and panic attack related instances, and many more things. But some of these side effects are nausea, anxiousness, stomach pain, increase or decrease in libido, so your sex drive is affected, and weight gain as well, which we all hate so much. I find myself trying to make this video quite light-hearted because it's a very deep conversation, but it doesn't have to be very deep. Now, antidepressants, are they addictive? No. In most cases they are not addictive at all, but the withdrawal can completely whack some people out, because you can have stomach upsets, feel like dizzy, anxious, you can have like electric shock feelings. So like, you know, when you walk past and someone feels like electric shock, yeah, you can have that, but in most cases you can't, like, you don't have those. Now, I've talked treatment, symptoms, all of that lovely jazzy stuff, and now we're going to talk about support. Now, I recommend that you tell your family and your friends, but if you don't want to tell your family, then definitely tell your friends, because I found that helps me a lot, like talking to my friends, because they know if I'm feeling a little bit down, a little bit depressed. They know, they just know. But Childline helps a lot. It's a good way to talk to someone, and it's completely impartial. You're not judged or anything like that, it's fine. The NHS and your GP is always a good option, so they can refer you on to support groups in your area. But if you don't feel like you want to go to your GP and stuff like that, I use an app called Talk Life. Now, I'll put the link to all of this down below, but it's an app where you can basically talk to people of your age or older, and there are links to support groups, emergency help, and all of that in your area as well. Yeah, that's basically it. Sorry if it's been a little bit quick paced, but I've had loads of information to deliver in such a short space of time. But yeah, I'm back, and this has been my mental health let's talk about it video. Hope you enjoyed it, and if you've learned anything from this or you think that it's helped you, then give it a thumbs up. And all the links will be down below to the stuff that I've told you and the information I've given you. And stay positive. See you later, guys.